y'all. We live now. See who jumps on here. Front porch discussion.
Okay.
Got a little Phyllis Hyman playing for the moment.
Shout out to Phyllis Hyman.
You know, you're gonna hear these words she's talking about, because that's something we're gonna be talking about.
They don't sing like that no more.
Nah, we ain't got this type of music no more. I'm not gonna bash the music up today because I like a lot of it, but a lot of it I can't do it. So we're gonna be talking about this love thing, these relationships, dating. Oh, I couldn't help it. She gotta come out herself. She's a dancer too, right? She is a dancer. She can dance and tell her.
That's my joint.
I'm gonna give us a little bit more of this before we get into it. And then we're gonna go ahead and hop into this. Y'all that's on the porch with us, if you're too young, you don't understand this. You gotta be just old enough, because we're not old, but we old enough to know about this. You know what I'm saying?
Seasoned.
You know how to love me. You're gonna find out tonight who knows how to love.
Oh,
what kind of love they do. Y'all, how y'all doing today, man? Y'all, everybody all right? Everybody good?
Good. Everybody good. Good.
Before I even get started, I got to give a big shout out to the mighty brothers of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Tuesday was our Founders Day, 109 years of service. So big ups to the Qs. Rule. I got one business that I need to spotlight. Everybody, this is our Cash Mob Week. So if you can go out and support this business all this weekend, Boricua Soul. I'm not Puerto Rican, so I may be pronouncing it wrong. It is at 705 Willard Street here in Durham. It's a Southern and Latino flavors. And if you go to the Front Porch Discussions page and go to my personal page, you will see the information that I put up, or check us out on Front Porch Discussions on Instagram, or my personal page on Instagram, JJ's2. And you will see Boricua Soul's information, times of operation, so on and so forth. All right. So I hope y'all watching us now on Facebook and on YouTube. Please join the Front Porch Discussions page. Tell your friends and family to do the same. We will not be seeing you all next Thursday. It's Thanksgiving. We're going to take time off, spend time with our families, do what we need to do. So now, tonight, we're going to be talking about Black love, relationship, sexual activity, dating, friend zone, friends with benefits, all this other kind of stuff. You know, somebody told me not too long ago, I think it was about 4 minutes ago, some of these cats that's 45 and above ain't doing what they supposed to do. She calling them F-boys. So, you know, we're going to talk about all of that. So,
well, I think that we all have a good perspective, because we all have, like, I'm divorced, Joey's widow, Eric, you're currently married, correct? So it'll come from different, you know.
Yeah, a lot of stuff can come from a lot of different angles. You know, we're going to even tap into when we were teenagers and what we thought love was and what it was coming up. I know you got stuff for us now. I think you talked to me earlier about we have 3 loves in our life. So let's talk about that first before we get real crazy.
Yeah, so I saw this the other day on Instagram, and I actually posted it. And it talks about that we fall in love with 3 people in our lifetime. So each one has a specific reason. So your first love, it says that this love often happens at a young age. You eventually grow apart or call it quits over silly things. When you get older, you may look back and think that it wasn't love, but the truth is it was. It was love for what you knew love to be. Remember, there are different depths of love.
Let's talk about that first one. Now, I'm going to tell you, as far as I'm concerned, that young love was some crazy mess. And I've come to realize, I know they're saying it's what you knew at the time. But I've come to realize that wasn't even love. That's just deep infatuation and hormonal, you know, horny toad something. But I will say that at a younger age, I guess it was probably about 7th grade to about 9th grade, 10th grade, thought I was a guy that, was just a romantic. But I would say the girls that I dealt with during that time, it definitely 2 of them that I thought I was truly in love with really crushed me. I had one chick that I was seeing, and they may even be watching this, so I'm not going to say any name. First of all, I still love all of y'all. Don't get me wrong. I still got love for all of y'all. I don't have any ex-girls or anything like that we are on bad terms. I still talk, friendships, ask how their family's doing. They check on my family, so on and so forth. So I got to put that out there first. But this one in particular, I was in love with her, bro. And we were seeing each other, but she had kind of promised some other dude that she was going to be seeing him when she broke up with the guy she was breaking up with. And because I was seeing her while she was with somebody. That's how it started. And Valentine's Day comes, I come back to school with flowers, candy, teddy bear, and she's sitting in that dude's lap, man.
Did you give it to her anyway?
That was a smoker, bro.
What you do with the candy? What you do with the Valentine's candy and stuff?
Kept all that, man.
You kept it.
Gave it to my sister.
Nah, so you supposed to be the romantic man and roll up on her, Joe. Like, what you doing with this dude?
So, and I say that to say, those experiences turned me into a different type of beast. Because after those experiences, no longer I was a commitment phobe. I didn't want no commitment. I don't want to talk to you. And I don't want no girlfriend. I prefer to talk to somebody else's girlfriend and let him do all that. And I can go get the benefits and keep it moving. And I had to come out of that later on in life. Stephanie was the one that really broke that code. But nah. So that young love stuff, man, I'm trying to tell you.
So when I was young, I'm not sure how it was like, but in my hometown, when you was a young guy, like you wasn't officially a dude until you got some. And like, you know what I'm saying? You cool, but you ain't getting none.
Yeah.
So you had to build a relationship so you could get some, so you could be official.
So you could be official.
Yeah. So young love wasn't really about nurturing another person. Young love was really about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can see that. But I mean, you have to have a relationship, man, because as we all know, there's always that chick in the neighborhood or in the town that was a little easier than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to buy a Big Mac. So Janai looking like, come on, Janai, you had a few of them while you were in college too.
Well, my young love, I was a Catholic school girl, so I wore my uniform with the little socks and everything. And so my first love, I think, was like in 7th grade. And we dated all 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, all the way almost through like high school on and off. But I love him. Like I loved him. Oh, you couldn't tell me anything. It was love. I knew it was. But, back in the day when you were able to wear your man's jacket, he had this fluorescent orange bomber. And I was like, let me wear your bomber. He was like, go ahead, you can take it. So I was rocking it to school. Everybody was all excited. I went to reach in the pocket. It was a picture of him and another girl. I was crushed. I was devastated because he was actually my first. So I was like, oh.
He was your first love or your first?
My first everything.
Oh,
everything. So this was like my senior year of high school. It was my senior high. I was just like, oh, I was so devastated. I was so hurt, betrayed. I was like, I couldn't believe he would do this to me. But I got over it.
That's the way it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But he named his daughter after me. I do know that. So I left some type of impression.
That means you left somewhat of an impression. You left some type of impression, right? Okay.
But what I would say about young love, man, I didn't really know. I was actually looking at, people around me, what I saw on TV, and kind of try to mimic that as, what being in a relationship should be about.
Yeah. Well, see that young love back then. That was when we would get the phone and put it right beside the box. You had to have that joint on pause. As soon as she answered the phone,
that's true macking.
Your voice drop a couple hours. Yo, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
We had all that crazy stuff. You had to play that slow song in the background, but you couldn't have it without that music.
Yeah.
And then you hit it with that rap number 9. When you hit it with rap number 9, then you knew you was doing something. Girl, you know you the only one.
See, I grew up born and raised in New York, so our thing was, if they took you to the mall and held your hand, that was it. So if a dude took you to the mall and held your hand, and you walked through the mall with him and went through that food court, and you had his jacket on, that was your man. That was it. That was love. He loved me.
It was official then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And he was holding your hand and looking at 4 other ones.
Oh, yeah. Some waiting in the daggone line and getting food. Yes.
That's funny.
So what's the next one? That's love number 1. What's love number 2?
Woo, second love. This is the hard one. You get hurt in this one. This love teaches us lessons and makes us feel stronger. Makes us stronger. Mm-hmm. This love includes great pain, lies, betrayal, abuse, drama, and damage. But this is the one where you grow. We realize what we love about love and what we don't love about love.
Well, shoot, I was taking AP classes. I was accelerated. So all of that was in love number 1. The first love. I got the big lesson. Y'all gotta catch up. Y'all gotta catch. I'm probably on love 35.
No, but that second love, it is that second love, I think, shapes and molds you to what your perception of what love should be.
Zaida said, being in the mall, she said, if you were wearing his name belt or his name plate, his name chain.
Yes.
You can't get that away. You can't get that away.
You can't get that away. He said, nah, you can't get that. You get this
nameplate. No, not that nameplate. But look, so my thing with this number 2, like, should love hurt though?
So I think that second love comes in between the ages, maybe, let's give it an age, maybe like 22 and maybe like 35-ish, maybe. So you think in that age range, it's going to be some drama. Because you're not settled and as wise as you should be and mature as you should be. So love is not supposed to hurt. You are absolutely correct. Love is not supposed to hurt. But I think that when you're going through it and you are getting hurt, you don't realize it because you supposedly love.
It sounds like a toxic relationship to me. Like somebody getting abused. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. But it always doesn't, I mean, not even just, physical abuse, but the mental abuse and, your partner may have narcissistic ways or things like that. So it's just, it just depends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the thing about, I'm back to Whitney Houston. I think the greatest love is you and learning how to kind of love you. And then you kind of go out from there. I think what we get wrong is we think like love should always be projected on somebody else.
That's what a lot of people look for, people to make them happy.
Right.
Nobody can make you happy. They can only enhance the happiness that you already have for yourself.
Right.
They can't, and it's like saying, and we say it all the time, he made me mad. Well, no, he didn't really make you mad. He did something and you reacted to it, which caused your anger. Mm-hmm. Anger is really a secondary emotion. I got that from a friend of mine. She was telling me, your anger is just a secondary emotion. You really are feeling some type of way about whatever it is, which produces your anger. I was like, I don't feel. I hear all that therapeutic stuff you're talking. I'm mad. I'm angry.
Right.
I got quick temper, so that's who I am. So we're gonna leave it at that. She's like, well, you're always angry because no, I'm angry because people pissing me off. That's why people act stupid. You're doing the wrong thing. So that's why I'm pissed off. Yeah. So
true that. But yeah, I went through that. That was kind of like a high school for me. My first heartbreak, love lost kind of thing. And I guess it was kind of like you with the guy wearing his jacket and finding the picture of him and the girl in the pocket.
Yeah.
It was kind of the same thing. Oh, you was with that guy? Oh, we was together. Oh,
man. Yeah.
I don't know what I was. I don't know what that was considered love or what that was I was in. That was when you like, you go try to find a person, like where they at. You'd be like,
he's not.
You try to dang on hide in the bushes or something to see.
See who coming over our house.
Right.
Yeah, see what's going on. Tracking behind. But like I said, I don't know if I don't think that was love though. That was something else.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could be infatuated with a person, you don't realize it.
Yeah,
that's what that was. But yeah, that hurt though.
Said it hurt.
Oh yeah, that what I went through with that young lady. Yeah, that was heartbreak for me right there. But that was like high school.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That was it.
I thought I was a little player in high school. All my boys had girlfriends. I wasn't trying to have no girlfriend. I was like, nah, that ain't what I'm gonna do. Y'all can go anywhere when you want to. You gotta explain to her where you're going, what you're doing, all this and stuff. Nah, I'm not.
I was never that chick to nag. Like,
oh man,
I'd be like, go for it, because I'm
all my boys had some naggers, and they all when their boys had, cheating or to sound professional indiscretions. They always blamed everything on me. It was my fault.
Oh.
I can't make no man do nothing he don't want to do. I don't tell him, hey, come here. Let's go do this. I'm doing me.
Right.
And it's just the fact that they were always locked down. I wasn't being locked down. I told you I'm a homophobic. I wasn't homophobic. I was a commitment phobic. Commitment phobic. Boy, I was like, yo, I cannot make a commitment because I'm not going to stick to it. And what if something else come along?
Always something else.
The single life is better for me.
People get caught up in the chase of it.
The chase part is exciting.
So
that's
to
the exciting
part. So on the marriage end, I think that's an issue with ladies, and maybe I'm generalizing it. So it's like ladies, like they wait till they get married, and then when they get married, that's it. I'm married. Show is over.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean is over?
Let's hold that part.
Okay, let's hold that.
Let's hold it. Let's let her get number 3.
Okay,
then we're going in on that part.
Like what?
No. And I'll explain to you how. Go ahead.
Okay. So the third love, you never see this one coming. This is the love that comes so easy it doesn't seem possible. It's the kind where the connection can be explained. Where the connection can't be explained and knocks you off your feet because you never planned for it. You're just simply accepted for who you are already, and it will shake you to the core.
That's when I got married.
That's where I'm at now.
That's what I got. That's where you are now. Oh, she giving up her information.
No information. That's all you get.
No. I'm not gonna dig deeper, but hey, I hear what you're saying. But that's what happened with me and my wife. Stephanie and I were total opposites. We opposites. I mean, the way we operate, everything is opposite. And so, but we were or are, whatever is the proper term to use, alike. Similar goals, so on and so forth. Just the way I operate and the way she operates, totally different. Started seeing her. I told you I was a commitment phobe. I wasn't making no commitment. Loosey goosey with it. She used to always every now and then ask like, well, what are we, where's this going? I was like, we're going wherever it takes us. I ain't trying to say I'm not committing anything. Well, you haven't given me a title of your girlfriend. You always introduce me as your friend. I tried the title. As soon as I told her, I said, I don't do the titles because people be tripping when they get those titles. Gave her the title the first day I gave it to her. Well, who's that? Who's that in your face? And well, let me go ahead and take that title back. Let me take it back. We dated like for 7 years, kind of off and on. And then she put me down. She just like, she was done with it. And, she started crying. That bugged me out. I'm like, you telling me you through with me, but you crying. Why you crying? And I was like, okay. And as soon as I started getting my legs back, I was about out there, doing my thing. Here she comes back. There was a little crisis going on, and we talked, and we started seeing each other again. And then through that, she always held me down, whatever. And here I am buying a ring. The first time I went to get a ring, though, I threw up.
What?
Yeah, I vomited. Straight vomit.
Are you serious?
Then they looking at rings, told the lady, I'll be right back. went to the bathroom and threw up. So then I waited a whole nother year before I went looking again. Because that's just how much I was afraid of commitment. I didn't recognize who I was with her. I'm like you say, you don't see it coming. You talk
right. Yeah.
What the hell? I'm in here looking at rings. Oh, this ain't what I do. I'm like, oh, I threw up. Then a year later, I went, I went and I did it the right way. Went and bought the diamond separate. People was amazed at the jewelry store that I knew what I was talking about. Had my little thing on it. I'm like, nah, I don't want no inclusions and blah, 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 blah. Going through all my stuff. Bought a ring and asked her to be my wife. So that's when it came. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. Real crazy.
Yeah, I think mine was similar too, man. Me, like I said, my wife approached me much early on and told me that she liked me and she wanted to have a relationship. And I was like, oh no, we friends. Don't mess that up. Don't mess that up. We kind of started like that. And just being friends. And I think she was real calculating. Like she kind of got to know the ins and out of who I was during that time. And kind of like, it's the number 3 said, it came kind of like out of nowhere. Because my mind wasn't on relationships and building relationships, let alone damn marriage.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, kind of the same thing, man. Total opposites kind of coming together.
So Janai said she in that state. She in that state right now. So I guess in the past you didn't. You wasn't there. Oh, Raquel Harris Mott said, "Oh, really, Nip? Oh, really? That's what I say, Raquel. Oh, really? Oh, really?
So that
talk about
it. So for me, that second love probably was my actual marriage when I was married.
Yeah.
And the things we went through and stuff like that. But we cool now. We cool and it's good. It's just we were college sweethearts. We went through a lot. It ended. We grew apart. He's married and happy now, so it's good. But we co-parent very well, so I'm glad about that. And that's all I want.
We'll openly say his loss. We'll put it out there.
The third love comes about. Well, for me. It just comes out of nowhere sometimes, and I think that when you go through a breakup, divorce, whatever you want to say it, you lose hope, and you never really think that you're gonna get that peace that you really need again, because it's almost like an emptiness or void that's gone. But when that person comes into your life and you're not expecting it, and like you said, you're friends and you become good friends, and you just are able to make sure you don't make the same mistakes that you might have made in your past relationship. So you learn from that. So you want to be a better person to your partner. You want to be a better person for yourself so you can love your partner and things like that. So I'm in third love phase. I'm good.
Well, she got this glow. She is illuminating.
It's all good. It's all good.
We see the Jesus in you.
Baby steps.
All right. Well, we're gonna leave it at that. We're not gonna dig into your business. Whoever he is, I salute. Whoever he is.
He good.
Keep the good feelings going.
So you were speaking about dating past 45, and you were divorced, and you saying now came out of nowhere. So in that in between time, what was that dating like? I mean, I have a lot of female friends that tell me what it's like right now, and I can't believe some of the stuff cats get away with or that they're doing, especially at our age. It
was hard dating because it's like I don't even know how to say this. It's like 2 dinners in, they think they're supposed to get something. I'm just like, we 2 dinners in. Like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't.
Man, he want to return on his investment.
Yeah. So it's just like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm good.
My God.
Yeah.
You said 2 minutes in, huh?
Yeah, 2 dinners in. 2 dates and no. Or they find out you live by yourself, or they're like, let me get a key. No, y'all, I'm telling you. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's challenging because people come like when you're over 45, you basically are somewhat set in your way. So what your expectations are, what somebody else's expectations are, they sometimes may clash. Like you may see someone and be like, oh, he's attractive, or damn, she's fine. And then you talk, and once you talk, you're like, no, that's okay, thank you. No, I'm good. You gotta really see what the chemistry and the energy is. And I'm all about the energy and the vibe. If you give me a good energy and good vibe, okay, we can vibe. But if not, I'm good. But I'm so like at a place right now. Like I can tell you no. Here we go. No, I don't feel like it. I'm good. Yeah. And I don't have to give you an explanation.
I don't know about that because I've been married since I was 30, so I don't know the dating scene. I just know what women tell me from hearing the stories that they tell me. I'm like, these cats can't be from our era because these got to be.
They're trying to reinvent themselves.
Yeah, because
But I think one of the problems is that people get so hurt in relationships, and a lot of marriages that don't work out. And I'm not speaking about mine that didn't work out. I'm just saying people, they don't heal. So you take your old baggage and you bring it into your new situation, where you have to take that time to like heal. You gotta find yourself. Like you gotta really find yourself. Like what is it to be alone? What is it to be like to just kind of maintain and go out to eat by myself or sit at a bar by myself? Like people don't know how to do that. So they take those extra issues and those baggages to your new relationship, and it just don't work out. And you have to heal. You have to find yourself. And what I don't know what that is for people. It may be meditation. It may be working out. It may be whatever.
Well, maybe that's why the guy's thinking 2 minutes in, it's supposed to go down because he had a bad relationship. Because I always heard in order to get over somebody, just get under somebody, that'll help the healing process. You were looking at it wrong. You could have been helping this man and healing him 2 minutes in. You could have been curing whatever problem he's been having.
You'd have been right. Going forward.
2 crab cakes in don't mean no.
But yeah, you got to be careful with that because you might take on some spirits you don't want to.
Oh, you gonna take it there? You gonna talk about that?
Bro. When you start changing them fluids, man, you take on stuff, bro.
Oh, that's another thing people don't know. The energies and that you give. Once you unite, you leave a part of yourself.
Yeah.
So both parts. And you take on some.
But to the point, like we are definitely in like a culture.
Tanya said no, Joe.
Yeah, we in a culture where it's all about the sex and sexuality. So I could see a guy saying like, okay, what we gonna do? We done been 2 times. We ain't did none sexual yet. Like what? You must not like me.
Yeah. See,
but I think if you're with a mature person, and you all are able to talk about it and discuss it, then I think you can work through that. It just depends. See, my whole thing now, I'm not wasting no time. I don't have no time to waste. I'm not wasting no time. So if I don't feel like me and you going out to eat together, and I'm not wasting my time. So I'm good. I'm in the space right now. I'm good. Plus, I'm working on that third love part. So I'm good.
Well, like I said before, part of the fun is that chase, the little cat and mouse game. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about what he was saying. How the cat's like, okay, boom, right now. Nah, give it a little time. Do the little cat and mouse game. But
I'm telling you, Joey, it gets old. I don't need you texting me every morning. What you doing?
Oh no, I ain't talking about it. I ain't talking about that. That's 15-year-old. That's my daughter age, 16-year-old.
No, they're not, Joey. They're not. They're still doing it, Joey. They're still doing it. Trust me.
Well, that's the wrong cats. That's the wrong dude. I mean, it's nothing wrong with hitting you up in the morning. How you doing?
No, it's not
they can go good morning to you. But obsessively, excessively, nah, that's not gonna work. Because no.
Man's trying to stay relevant.
I'm not gonna do that. You can stay relevant. What you do is make your presence felt. Once you make your presence felt, it'll still be there without you being there.
Right.
You gotta go through all that.
For me, it's about your action. So whatever your action shows, to me, I'm like,
put in your mouth.
Wait, exactly. And it don't even have to be like an elaborate dinner or anything. You want to take a walk in the park, or I wrote you a letter, or just little tiny stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll do.
Hey, women out there that's watching this, let's hit the comments. Tell us how y'all feeling about this. We need to know, fellas. Y'all hit these comments too. Let me know what you thinking about.
Mm-hmm. I think another thing, you talk about love. A lot of times, love, particularly between adults, is usually conditional. It's based on conditions. Like, I would love you as long as you checking off all of these boxes. As soon as you stop checking off boxes, I'm gonna push you to the left. I was the one to believe that love is supposed to be unconditional. And when looking at it like that, I'm like, is there really true love between like adults? I'm like, true love, parent and child.
I think there is a true love between people, but I think a lot of times what people try to do is they don't build a foundation. And like you said, you and Terry had a friendship. Mm-hmm. Stephanie, I had a friendship.
Yeah.
So like when that excitement and that in love starts to fall off, I could come in here and kick it with Steph like I kick it with y'all. Just, she wasn't gonna drink and stuff. Like I told you, it was opposite. She wasn't gonna do a lot of profanity, but and that's another part. She never changed me from being who I am. Mm-hmm. She didn't try to change me.
She accepted you.
Yeah, she accepted me as I was. She ain't try to change, except for when we would meet new people.
Stephanie handled that real well, man. I was
like trying to turn that down a little bit. Turn down who you are a little bit. They may not be ready for that,
right? And then that's another thing, man. A lot of people aren't open enough to share their vulnerabilities with another person to show themselves as they truly are. And then a lot of times they could run into trouble when you jump into relationships as that person starts to emerge.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that it's hard for people to show their vulnerability because it shows a sign of weakness. Areas in their life that they're weak in and they don't really know how to handle. So that's where I think the communication breaks down. And you're not able to really say or communicate what is really going on and how you really feel. Because a lot of times you can't have your expectation of what you think the outcome should be. Like, it's not going to be the same for all of us. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be different. So you have to be able to express yourself and talk and not get mad. And because I was the one like, yeah, I used to, do all that. But you got to talk it out now.
Oh, my dog Tony said trying to change a man is a woman's quickest downfall with that man. And I believe that's true.
I believe that's true.
Yeah. She already coming in.
She a man trying to change a woman, but
she don't even like you.
Yeah.
Trying to make you be something that you got in her mind.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I envision as my man. You got some of those components, but now I need you to plug in all these other things so you can be my perfect guy.
Exactly.
But see, women have to realize that, you can't go into it, like you said, trying to change a man. You can go in and be his backbone. You can go in and give him suggestions. You can go in and give him recommendations of things that may make him a better man. Yeah. But to go in and straight like, nah, you need to do this. That's not good. That's not good.
That's not gonna work. Now, since we was talking about it, I know he was ready. He ready to get it this part.
No, I was gonna make another point though. So since Janelle, I was gonna say, man, she mentioned something that I've actually come to learn is that love is not the same. I guess relationships are not the same between people. Like, we have an ideal of what a standard of a relationship should be, and that thing is not always across the board. You know what I'm saying? In terms of a good, healthy relationship,
right?
Like it varies for different people.
But everybody has different love languages.
Yeah.
So you have to find out what your love language is and whether you're able to cope and deal with that person's love language.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, whether it's a check off on your box or it's not. You may deal with somebody that's not affectionate. I may like to be affectionate. Mm-hmm. You may like somebody that don't like the tongue kiss. Well, I might like the tongue. You got all those type of things that can vary. So it just depends.
Right.
Yeah, we had to do a little research on that love language stuff, and mine was, I wasn't big on having to hear it all the time and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I love you, I love you, I love you. All I needed was, clean the house. Do a task. That shows me.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept trying to tell my wife that, but she was a person that needed to hear it. She wanted a lot of affection. She needed to hear, "I love you." I kept telling her I could say it, but you don't look at the words, because she was a person for that. You know, like other guys she dated and whatnot. Well, they told me that you said, I said, yeah, he's probably smashing 10 other chicks too. Watch his action. Watch his action. The things that I do would let you know.
But you gotta know that we are just women. We're just different type of creatures. So our love language, we need to be patted on our back. You know what I'm saying? We need to be like, oh man, baby, you look good today. You know, we need that. You might not feel like it, but I mean, I just think that you need, as a man, you should at least try or attempt.
Oh no, I did those things. I know they were putting her, you know, saying I love you and all that kind of stuff and being affectionate. It's not that I wasn't. I was just telling her, don't be so in tune to hear words all the time and be more into watching actions.
Right.
You know, see how people operate. Tanya Hendricks said, don't change yourself to fit into what you think a good wife should be, because when that menopause hits, oh boy.
Woo! Listen, Linda. That menopause, woo! It's a whole different ball game.
Not that.
Yeah. Like you when your wife or spouse goes through menopause, you will literally be like, who is that?
Yeah, them hot flashes hit.
It's the hot flashes, it's the mood swings, it's crazy, and it affects every woman differently. So, man, do your research on menopause. I'm telling you, because if you still with your wife,
and she do my research on menopause, then
you better do it. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, "What you tripping for?" You know,
exactly,
crying and just crazy.
Exactly. So yeah, Joe. What I was saying earlier.
With you, Zaida. See, I got the same with them acts. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, I was just saying. Like earlier, I was mentioning it seems like, you know, women. We were talking about the chase. So I was saying, like, women, it seems like a lot of times once they get married, that's like the end game. Like the game is over. Put the pieces up, put it in a box, put it on the shelf. I'm fine. You know, but for the guy, you know, at least, you know, me, I'm like, okay, we just getting started. Like, what is this about to be? And I think that difference in dynamic kind of causes some friction. Because, you know, I'm still looking for kind of like the same thing I was getting prior to. But then post-marriage, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I'll say for men, and we'll just be open and blunt and transparent about what he's saying. You know, the good times, the lots of activity. You know, when you get married, that activity slows down.
Mm-hmm.
Kids come, and it slows down even more. And then now you're sitting around like, okay, what now? Why have we gone from 3,000 to 5 miles an hour? This is not working.
Right.
Not working.
It is not.
I think once you get married, you still have to date. And like you said, I think when you are married young, you know, you go through everything with the kids, you lose all that. But I think the older you are and you're married, you don't have the responsibility of the children in the home or managing different after school activities. So you could put that energy and that time into your spouse. But I just think it's important that you try to maintain that throughout your marriage. And there's different things you can do. Like you can get like a little mason jar and put sticks in it, and that could be date night. So whatever you pull out, let's say you pull out a picnic in the house, then you have a picnic in the house that night. You know, just different things that you can do now to try to keep it going, because it does get rough.
Yeah, nice point. Keep dating after marriage.
Yeah, you definitely got to keep dating.
Keep it fun. I had a young guy, and this is totally like off the subject, but I had a young guy come to me who was thinking about getting married to a young girl. And he was kind of asking me some things about marriage and some other things. But he had one particular question he wanted to ask me. At the time, I think I answered it incorrectly. But he asked me, he was like, you know, sexual, he was like a freak. Basically, he was a freak. But he wanted a girl to perform a certain act on him. I don't know if I can say it on Front Porch. But he wanted Okay, yeah. So he wanted the girl to perform a certain act on him. So I was like, oh no, you probably don't want your wife to be doing that. Like, don't ask her to do that. Don't ask her. But in telling him that, I'm like, I might have set him up on a wrong mission. Because he gonna have a want that he not gonna go to his wife for. He gonna go to somebody else for that. Because I told him, you probably want to do that with your wife. When actuality, you do want to do that with her.
Right. I mean, that's your wife. You're supposed to.
Yeah, you do want to do it. I'm saying, like, wife is supposed to be like divine and, hold up.
Again, that is the perception that we have lived with all of our lives.
Right.
But if you want it to work, and if your desire is that you are a cold freak in the bedroom,
right,
then that's your body language. You need to have that discussion with your partner before you get married.
Mm-hmm.
To see if the body language is matched, because you may not be. You may be like, oh, I'm not doing that. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have those conversations, and it's uncomfortable, but you have to.
Yeah, like I said, I misinformed him.
Yeah.
You set that young man up, man.
I did. He gonna be frustrated. He gonna be frustrated.
You set him up for failure, bro. You set dude up for failure, man.
He gonna be frustrated. That's all right.
So what do y'all think is the what do you think is the key to keeping a marriage together?
Money. No, I'm just joking.
I'm gonna say understanding.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back to what I said in the beginning. Friendship. If you got a tight basis on friendship, that means you understand one another. I know your likes and dislikes, my likes and dislikes. And from that, I see a lot of people saying communication. But if we're totally friends, then that communication is going to happen, and the communication is going to be easier.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not too much that we don't really know about each other. So you're in tune to me, and when I'm off, and I can tell when you're off. And if we got that friendship, it allows you to be able to come and tell me what's wrong with you and why you feel that way. Like, and I people might not believe this, but I will tell you the truth, and my kids will tell you. Me and Steph never really argued because it was nothing that we couldn't talk about. You say it, talk about it. Now, that's not to say that we haven't been angry and we hadn't gotten mad, but at the end of the day, we will come back. Well, this is what you did to piss me off. I didn't like this, and this. Shouldn't have said that, or the way you did that, or whatever the case may have been. And so if you got that friendship, then you got a basis and a great foundation. Because, the love is going to be there, but the love is going to transform. It's going to go from that, oh, I got to see her. I got to see him, and it's going to go from the sexual activity that we were talking about. It's going to change. It's going to have different. It's got to be like water. It's formless. Things going to be different. So in those times when it's totally different from that, love, you got to have some type of love. I mean, I hope my wife understood that I expressed mine to her, even through all our ups and downs, my faults and stuff like that, and hers or whatever. When it was her time, I didn't leave her side. I was right there, and that was based off of that friendship, that love. It was people than just, I'm in love, No. So I think that's what you need. I think all those other things will come out of that the communication, the respect, patience, and the honesty, and all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah. That's not to say we were perfect. She wasn't, and I wasn't. We had.
Well, nobody's perfect. Yeah. So at the end of the day,
I say it's hard out here.
Well, my sister says it's hard out here for us single folks. I mean, I'm new to being single, so I don't know, but not like that. But I think, especially the women, y'all. Well, I ain't gonna dump on my dudes because I ain't
gonna dump on the dudes
like that. I'm not gonna do that because I don't get the game up. But a lot of y'all listen to crazy stuff, like somebody telling you, we married, but we're going through troubles and we're gonna be divorced, but we live in the same house. I'm upstairs, she downstairs. Come on. Nobody trying to hear that, man. Get out of here, man. Nobody trying to hear that, man. I wish a woman would tell me that. Tell her keep walking. Don't tell me that y'all, oh, we ain't together, but we in the same house. Like, what I look like, Joey Lump Lump? Go get out of here. This is not gonna work for me. Holler at me. I mean, I'm a man, so I might tell her to still holler. We ain't gonna be no relationship.
So wait a minute, I'm a man. I might. That's something else I had to learn.
I got to be on the other side because y'all playing the straight lace. Somebody got to play the bad guy.
But yeah, something else I learned, man, is like people grow in relationships, and the person that you might love today might be a totally different person you'll love in years from now. So that's kind of why I was like, understanding to allow, whoever your other may be, that room to kind of grow.
Yeah, I mean, because even though you're in a relationship, you're still individuals, and you still have to keep some of your individuality. And that's why I always encourage my wife to go out with her girls, go hang out. Although, I'm not gonna be worried, and whatever you do, if you do something, I'll see it. I don't know it. It ain't touching my heart. So we good. Go hang out, have a good time. You still got to keep that individuality. Because a lot of people, we're in a relationship. It's us. He can't look at another woman. She ain't supposed to be looking at dudes. Come on, man. She's still human. She saw Drake on TV and thought he was nice looking. She should be able to say, oh, she thought he was fine, whatever. They flip out. Oh,
yeah, you can't do that.
Can't do that. That just go. So they got married. Since we married and we together, I don't have eyes anymore. I don't have a mouth. I don't have ears.
Cut all of that off for you.
All that's got to stop. So
that's the crazy.
You're not confident in who you are and how you look. And I just want you to know, each one of us, there's somebody out there, and a whole lot of somebodies that look better than all of us. So they're not supposed to look at them. I mean, that don't mean they're leaving you. Be all right. You good.
Right.
You gonna be good.
Got a threat. I was listening to this lady, Nika Giovanni. She was talking about relationships, and she was saying, I see a lot of people putting honesty in here. She was saying that she want a man to lie to her.
She did say that. I saw that.
She was like, you go out in the world and you put on this face like everything is good, you cordial to people, but then you come home to me and I get all the frustration, I get all the wears and tears. She's like, give me that lie. Give me the lie that the world is good, everything is good, you love me.
Yeah,
put that face on for me.
She said, lie to me.
Yes.
Yeah. You put on that face for the white man all day. It was crazy. Boy.
Put it on for me.
Put it on for me when you come home.
Yeah, that was an interesting point because I was just saying honesty, jumping in there. Yeah, definitely. She was like, yeah, a lot of me. I want a man, a lot of me.
Yeah, so she was different.
Exactly. So love is different, man. Love is different.
It's different.
Yeah.
And I think it's your upbringing as well. Depending on like your household, what that look like coming up, and what your expectations are.
Oh,
that was actually a point that you mentioned earlier. We was talking about the F boys, and you was like, they just young boys that ain't got their little problems straight from when they was coming up as youngsters. Mm-hmm. And I think that does have a bearing on what you take into your relationships.
Okay.
But I think men have a difficult time because I could never imagine being a man. You have the responsibility. You're taught. You take care of your family. You go out here. You get a job. You have to be a man. You have to, So that's a lot. Like that's a lot to bear. And then you have us women that like, oh, we want this family, we want the house, we want the nice job, we want the nice career, and you take care of everything. And I think that's a lot to put on somebody. It's a lot to put on somebody. And that can be
then you take it from this perspective of a black man, then I gotta go out here every day and worry about people that don't look like me coming at me, and I might not make it back home. And then it's brothers that look like me, and I gotta make sure my manhood is intact every chance I come across one of them. Can't show no weakness, and it's a whole lot of pressure, Yeah,
it's a lot of pressure.
But I think, and this was titled Black Love. I think Black Love is incredible. You know, that's not to take away from other people's relationships, but I think Black love is incredible. If we look at it and look through the years of pain that we still have to foster this love. You know, slavery, they get married, husband's taken away or the wife's taken away, or he got to stay there and stay with her, watching this man rape his wife, knowing that happened and all that. Black love is something I think is very precious and incredible. Of course, we do the same things as everybody else now. We're having the divorces and all that kind of stuff, and they try to put labels on us that, oh, he got a lot of kids, the dad ain't around, and stuff like that. But that's just, I think that's a small portion of us, and it's just blown up and magnified. I think most men, Black men that are true strong brothers, want to take care of their families. They want to take care of their kids. They want to be present, you know. Sometimes circumstances that allow that to happen. And then I think we also condition and ingrain from a lot of those things because we didn't tear the Black family up. They did in slavery, tearing us apart. And it's just like other things we see that we do now. We don't know why. It's kind of like a genetic code. It's putting you for those things that happen. You know, Black girls don't know why they sit on the porch and braid hair. But that's genetically happened to them. And then so when we came here to America, it got modified. They're tearing up Black homes, tearing up Black families. It's kind of like you conditioned. That's what you expect. That's what you're used to. So, but I love Black love.
Oh, it's beautiful when it's happening.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing.
It's when it's happening, it is.
Two Black bodies. Oh, so beautiful.
Well, Eric ain't gonna let that activity leave. Is he gonna bring it back to that activity every time?
Oh yeah, that's the ultimate in Black love right there. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Black love making, huh?
No, you know, it don't have to be physical all the time.
I had a female tell me the thing with men and with women is that women want to be desired. I'm not saying she don't want to be loved, but more so than being loved, they want to be desired. And then she said with men that we're very simple because only thing we really want to be concerned about is how good our name is, how much money we make, and how much sex we get. I was like, wow, never thought about it like that. She said, that's what men want. They want to make sure that they got a good name. The name is strong. No matter what circles it in, you know your name is strong.
That might be valid, Joe. That might be valid.
Yeah, it's very valid. How much money you making, because you're judging yourself, your wallet against other cats. And then how much sexual activity you get. So that's where men really see their worth. That's you know. I was like, wow. And then the thing about women just wanting to be desired, I was like, oh, because you look at a lot of marriages, and that's what happens. Women, you know, from the women's side, maybe she creep out or do whatever, just because husband ain't paying her no attention no more. You're not telling your hair looks nice. It's not, you know, jeans. You know, you want to be desired. Women want to be desired. It's just something for all of y'all to think about. I'm not saying it's true or not true.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some thought on that one, Joe.
Yeah, just something for everybody out there to think about. So to wrap it up, Janai, what was the last part of that after those 3 stages? What they tell us?
That was it. That was it. Just the 3 stages.
You find the ultimate, you fall in love, you get married, and
it's all happily ever after.
Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. You know, you just gotta see. Yeah.
See what's going on. Gotta see what's going on.
Yeah. Well, what I do know is that I'm not wasting any more time. That's what I do.
Well, yeah, time is the one thing that we could never, ever get back.
Can't get back.
Got time to be playing games, I guess. I don't know what this dating scene look like. Like I said, you know, I'm fresh out here. I probably got at least another year before I even start exploring because my daughter's still here at my house. And she didn't have nobody coming in this house. So
shout out to Jay.
That's where I stand with that. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't think I'm really looking for marriage or a girlfriend at this point anyway. You know? It's kind of fresh.
Yes,
Not saying I don't like
we
companionship.
don't hit you when you're not
I
expecting.
like, you know, talking and whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
You just gotta take your time. I mean, you still grieving and healing. So
Yeah, I'm grieving and healing, but I'm also a man. So
you're right. You got needs. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So be using that, but I am a man.
But I'm a man. What needs?
Gotta put it out.
And you can never underestimate the man's needs.
I'm a man. Well, y'all, everybody that joined us today, thank y'all for your comments and stuff. Y'all got anything to say last minute, shoot it out to us. Again, we will not be with y'all next Thursday.
Not next Thursday.
Next Thursday, we will not be with you all. My sister just posted something. I don't know what it is because it didn't translate. It's a whole bunch of squares.
No,
It
it's like this. It's this.
Oh.
Don't be getting nothing about. Oh, I'm not upset or anything. My heart's not broken, Zaida. That's only for those that's got their heart broken and stuff. My heart's not broken, so I don't need to get over somebody. I'm not trying to get over somebody, so I don't need to get anybody, you know. So, but we won't be with y'all next Thursday. It's Thanksgiving. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family. Please be safe. Keep your mask on, your hands, spray Lysol, you know, whatever you got to do.
And if you're going to a family gathering, get a COVID test before you go.
Yes, because I escalate.
Yeah,
numbers
you
are crazy right now.
I don't want to kill grandma. You just
numbers are getting crazy.
Not kill grandma. Oh, no.
Like you be the one that got it, don't even know when you didn't.
No, I'm not kill grandma.
Yeah, you'll be the one. You'll be the one asymptomatic and got everybody at the house. Zaida, we love you too, baby.
Love you, Zaida.
So we're gonna get out of here with this little old school Prince Marky D. Y'all don't remember that.
Prince Marky D. I enjoyed the front porch again with y'all.
Y'all, everybody, again, I can't say it enough. Be safe. Happy Thanksgiving. You know, this is my second one without my wife, so we're gonna see how this works out for me. My anniversary is 2 days after this, so 28th. It's gonna be kind of crazy, but I get through.
We'll be all right. We'll get through. We'll be calling, checking on you. We'll be calling, checking on you.
All right, do that. Peace.